This is the actual recording is higher quality.
Where the heck are my buttons? Button. Who's got the button?
Is that one of the sound effects?
Not yet. I mean, I've got this one.
Butt plug?
Butt plug?
I mean, that's the last time that I updated it. Hold on. Search. Intro.
Oh my God, go.
We do it every other week now, and I forget where all the buttons are.
Welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 325, being recorded on March 18th, 2025. The Council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit.
Random shit!
And then he
cut him off immediately.
Wait, sorry, random shit.
They cut you off faster than the rambling president at a goddamn debate.
With a little background and absolutely no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
They cut him off harder than they do at the Oscars. Oh man, there was like I saw the Oscar when I watched the Oscars. There were like three guys who went up for this one VFX award or something. And the first guy was like, "I want to thank all these people, and I'm gonna hand it off to the next guy because he like knew the assignment. We have all three of us are speaking. We don't have time." And the second guy was like, "I'm gonna take my time and thank everyone I've ever known." And then the third guy gets up there and goes, just walks away because they'd already cut him off. They're like, he's like, all right, I'll do a tweet later. Thanks, everyone.
Later, he's like, that microphone was totally on. I just didn't want to say anything. I had nobody to thank because really, I'm the only one that did shit in this fucking group.
Well, speaking of only person who does something, the planet Saturn is the only one who apparently likes collecting moons because it is now the Moon King of the universe.
The Moon King of the whole universe?
Isn't the Moon King a boss on like fucking Shovel Knight or something?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
Me too. No, Saturn now has a updated total for its total number of moons. It now has a
146.
Nope.
Oh,
how many? More?
233.
Wait. Let me guess. Hold on. Everything in the universe is a moon
of Saturn.
For Jupiter.
Of Saturn.
Saturn.
Yes. What would that be?
No.
If everything revolved around
Infinite.
Saturn. If Sun is heliocentric and Earth is what? I forgot the term for that one.
Helium centric.
Mm-hmm. What would it be? How many?
I don't know.
But Saturn has
it has a total of 274 now.
Oh, okay. We would still see its total number of connections on LinkedIn. Then. It doesn't just say 500 plus.
I think they just keep making this stuff
Depends
up.
If it's a first or second.
As soon as they have to sell new science books, they're like, we need to sell some more science books. Let's just make up a couple more moons and a planet or two. Oops, it's out of sync with the universe. We have to print a whole bunch more.
I think it's Saturn's.
Here's what I don't understand is like
moons.
The recent discovery is 128 new moons. Like just one day, they're just like, oh, I just counted 128 today.
You think they're being just real generous with like ring particulates?
It's a good question. I don't know. It does seem odd that there's so many moons for one planet.
Well, if we're talking about just things in orbit, then why can't we count all the satellites we've sent up as moons? And Earth could win then.
Well, we call them satellites. And I'll give you one guess what we call moons sometimes.
Hey, Silas, your mom says hi.
No.
Oh. Hi, Mom.
We're busy.
Oh, I thought we were giving...
Do they call moons satellites also?
So they may be a little generous in it. They said the 128 newly discovered moons are considered irregular, which means that they are tiny fragments of larger moons that likely broke apart by violent collisions with other moons.
Dude, does this really get to count?
That's a debris
do.
field.
The
That's not a moon.
International
Oh.
Astronomical
This means-
Union recognized it as actual moons.
The
No,
same
that's
fucks
ridiculous.
that degraded Pluto.
Yeah.
Earth has more
definitely.
moons than we're 11,000.
If I remember
and
correctly,
counting.
Pluto meets all the criteria except clearing its orbit.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Is a satellite
learned
that's
that
floating
from
around the
the book.
Earth considered a moon now?
We have 11,000. Suck it, Saturn.
Yeah, all we got to do is just blow up our
All our
moon into
fucking
like a
spacecraft.
million little pieces, and
Well,
then we'll have more moons.
Get Neil Stevenson on the horn.
That would be bad.
Didn't you write that book, Seven Eves, where the moon exploded?
I haven't read that book, so I don't know.
There's
what happened.
literally everything in space, Morty. Now get the back in the car.
God damn it.
Moons everywhere.
That wasn't even a contextual use of that.
No, I
It
just
is.
wanted to throw it in because I was thinking about it.
So yeah, they apparently said that they are now going to stop looking for moons around Saturn.
What? They're done? Game over?
They're just done.
And we
Yeah.
found enough. What is
Like,
this?
that's
Like the
enough for
Guinness
now.
World Book of the Guinness World Book, the Guinness Book of Universe Records, where like if they get enough for Saturn, then like the Jupiter, the people that are like shipping Jupiter gotta go find more moons for Jupiter, and then once it gets more, the Saturn people are gonna
But
be
what
like,
if they
"This
kept
won't
looking and we
stand."
found the one moon that had life on it?
Well, that's too bad.
Europa?
Womp womp womp.
That's
Yeah,
not
I
Saturn.
give a thumbs up for a new king in the universe. You know, somebody other than Jupiter. So
Has anybody taken a closer look at Jupiter?
Not recently.
probably not.
Hmm.
Jupiter is
Wait.
at a total of 95 confirmed moons. So
Wow, it's like way behind.
I mean, when you find 128 new moons in one day, it's a pretty big leap. So
I really don't
So
know
wait,
how to
you're
handle
telling
this
me-
information.
That all of these,
Well, that's at least 3.
man, those things are zipping around fast. If
No,
it's just
not
3.
those. Although, if I do remember correctly, the theory for what the rings are is a shattered moon or a failed moon of some kind.
I guess that would make sense.
I think it used to be a hat.
It really did. It's a belt. Saturn's just lost weight.
Tried
So
tightening its
trim,
belt and,
Saturn. So
yep.
trim.
Well, if you do want to keep searching for something, scientists have now found a way to keep your eyes open while you sleep.
Oh, thank
and
goodness.
this has now resulted in a surprising discovery about your brain activity.
Okay.
You think that while
What?
figuring this out, they were all listening to "Sleep with One Eye Open"?
It's
Probably.
not a tumor.
They were probably
Is that what
listening
they
to Pink
discovered?
Floyd. So
Is that Metallica? Yes, Enter Sandman. That's what they're
Mhm.
probably listening to. All right, eyeballs open while you're sleeping.
Yep.
Yeah,
what's the
You
brain
should
do?
share this picture here, Silas.
Is it scary?
Okay.
No.
Hold on, let me
Is it like this?
I haven't read the
Pretty
stuff for the
close.
week. Hold on, let me find it. Got it.
But yeah,
Oh,
anyway,
this is last week's. Hold on.
apparently these scientists have found out that there is a link apparently between the way that your pupil reacts during sleep
What?
and specific brain activity patterns.
My
Yeah.
face hurts.
This is amazing.
What is? I want you to click it.
There it is.
Wait, this guy was asleep?
Yep.
How?
With his eye open.
I know. I
in
mean,
his-
I've heard of people
in his
sleeping
mask
with at least
thingy.
one eye open before. But like,
Yep.
Jesus.
So they
Christ.
said that they basically taped the subject's eyes open, put these things on it to measure the pupil, and they said that apparently in a dark enough room, your body just kind of forgets that its eye is open, and you'll still go to sleep.
Hmm.
Huh.
So he's sleeping
So-
with it. How do they keep it moist?
They put a moistening spray in it, and then there's like they sealed it up, so like it's not just that like there's like a cover there.
It
so
can't
they-
really evaporate. Anyway.
you know, my eye open is the least of my problems falling asleep with a mask like that on.
Yeah, this poor bastard.
Well, this guy actually normally uses a CPAP. So
yeah,
he's
I was
used to
just
it.
thinking that. This
This
is
is-
actually
this
a
is-
reduction in the
This
interference.
is Bane. This is Bane with his mask off.
This is why he's so angry.
Yeah, he's like, This is relaxing.
So what did they figure out? You said stuff about the pupil, but like, who gives a shit? What did they actually figure out?
What does he say? I was born in the darkness.
You merely
I
I
adopted
can
it.
see sleep with one eye open.
Basically,
That's
they think
Bane.
that they could use it to. So yeah, they basically found a correlation between brain activity and pupil. So like your pupil will dilate and a whole bunch of stuff during your sleep without you really knowing about it. And they basically said they're thinking they could use this to help diagnose like sleep disorders just by looking at people's eyes as opposed to having them go through a whole bunch of other tests.
Interesting.
Just do this one weird test. When you
Yeah,
sleep with your
yeah.
eyeball
Do
open.
they have to do this?
I say that's pretty smart. If that helps them, that's pretty cool.
What if instead of
Thumbs up.
this, they had built a contact lens that could like had cameras on it and could, or sensors that could tell whether or not your eye was dilating?
I think you should
Save
that for
the
end.
pitch for later, Silas.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. Why are
Okay.
you giving away these ideas for free?
This looks
Well,
like
because here's the
the
thing.
first.
I'd rather be playing Rocket League than coming up with the technology to make them work. So I just throw it out there and hope for the best.
This looks like the Borg's first attempt at something. I mean, they decided to put we're going to put this thing over there. No, you know what? Let's just get a whole new eye. That's what the Borg did. They were like, let's just change it.
Yeah, that one's too old. Just get a new one in there. Swap it out.
I think
I
thumbs
think
up.
it's kind of a cool idea. I'm glad they figured out something. Apparently apparently previous studies or thoughts were that your eye basically just did nothing while you slept. So
Why would they think that? I thought we've known for a really long time. It's not called rapid eye movement for no fucking reason.
With the blast shield down, I can't even see. How am I supposed to fight?
God fucking damn it. It's the most
Well,
annoying.
your eyes moving is different than your pupils opening and shutting with your eyes
That's
closed
not
when you're
what
asleep.
Blaine said. He
what
said,
Blaine said.
They, being science, thought that your eye just did nothing.
Well, the pupil
what I
did
said.
nothing.
So either I take issue with science, their naming conventions, REM, not the band. I don't know where I was going with this. That's just a good.
You were about to stop talking, is where you were going with it.
Yeah, probably.
well, where we're going is something that
God,
you can't
that's
watch.
over.
Is if you have an old Warner Brothers DVD from 2006 to 2008, it might have disintegrated.
Oh, I remember running across this.
Really?
Yeah, turns out that for a period of time, WB printed a whole bunch of DVDs that were apparently not good. And apparently somebody recently pulled them out and found that it basically was like, as they claim, quote, curdled like milk. So yeah.
Huh. I mean, DVDs do not have an infinite shelf life.
Correct.
That's true.
But a
Really?
20-year shelf life should be within the realm of reasonable.
If you don't
They say
use
that-
it, how long could you keep it and still pop it into a tray and
I don't know. This one looks like it would play fine.
This says DVDs, if taken care of properly, should last 30 to 100 years.
Oh, this
300 years?
300.
That's
yes.
3,000
Wow.
years.
300. That's
300.
amazing.
What a
amazing.
weird way to say that.
But yeah, apparently it was an actual manufacturing defect in the DVDs from 2006 to 2008. So yeah, if you have a DVD collection, you may want to go check yours and see if it's
Just fucking
Falling apart.
digitize them all.
I'm gonna say thumbs down for Warner Brothers. They haven't put out any good content for like
Rip 'em
50 years.
and make sure you have multiple copies.
Butt plug?
This is why
Yeah.
you can't trust these fuckers. Like they're like now it's probably just some long con. They just want you to buy the new version.
What
They
name a
do.
name a Warner
I could
Brothers movie
easily
that you
see
want
that.
a copy of?
I'd have to go look.
Freakazoid.
I'm sure.
That's
I-
that's
I'm a
that's
little
old. That's
surprised.
newer than 50 years ago.
You mean Warner Brothers from this time when the DVDs could go bad?
Just Warner Brothers, period.
I don't know.
Just
I don't
Warner
know
Brothers,
which
period.
movies are made by
WB
Warner Brothers.
movies made in 2000.
Go back 50 years and you'll know because they're
Didn't
great.
Warner
They're
Brothers
amazing
do,
movies.
weren't they
Miss
the Matrix?
Congeniality
Did they do the
2,
Matrix? Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers did the Matrix?
Constantine,
Yeah,
Batman
2,
Begins,
Constantine 2,
the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
2.
I
That's
think
all they
you
do is make
just said,
sequels.
You mean the Sisterhood of Traveling Can Openers?
2,
Corpse
2,
Bride, Charlie and the
3.
Chocolate Factory.
Corpse Bride? Isn't that what's his face that I can't remember right now?
What?
The Corpse Bride, the Tim Burton?
Tim
Isn't it Tim Burton thing?
Yeah.
And so is
Yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He was very busy. in
Anything,
Oh, yeah.
any Tim Burton movie.
But yeah, I mean, actually, I'm a little surprised that they don't promote this as a feature. Like, oh yeah, your DVD just goes bad after 20 years, and you have to buy a new one.
That'd be
How is a
hilarious.
feature
That way,
for whom?
we set it up so that it just
Consumer?
starts
For the
breaking down
company.
because the image quality is going to degrade over time. So we just set it up so that once it's reached the worst possible quality, like we have a quality control system built in place,
I'm
it
just
just self-destructs.
There's just Frank just hit his 20-year anniversary. He was fresh out of school when he started and came up with this plan. He just hit the 20-year and that Slack channel's on fire and he's just like now is when we get to cash in. Except nobody wants DVDs anymore.
Butt plug.
It's all
Yeah,
streaming. He didn't account for the streaming phenomenon.
Maybe Warner Brothers was ahead of times, and they're like, you know what, DVD players are going to go out of style in 20 years anyway, so we're just going to have DVDs expire at the same time.
No, what happened was that they sold them, and some guy said, these are going to disintegrate in 20 years. And then someone else said, do you think Warner Brothers is going to be around in 20 years with the content we've been putting out? No chance.
Can you what movies are you thinking of, Brian? Which Warner Brothers movies are you thinking?
You name a Warner's Brother movie, and
You
I will
first.
tell you.
You name one first, yeah.
No, you name one first.
No,
Silas
I'm
named
waiting.
off
You sound like
Constantine
you're all
2.
about it here.
That one sucked.
I thought he said
Lady in the
Constantine.
Water,
From
Superman
2006 to
Returns,
2000.
Superman
Batman,
Returns. They're all
The
sequels.
Ant
That's
Bully.
all Warner Brothers has done.
Letters
V for
from,
Vendetta, The Lake House,
I would 300.
Fear Fest. There you go.
Name
The
something that
Lake
was
House,
good.
The Wicker
did-
Man.
what the
Prestige,
fuck?
Happy Feet, Blood Diamond.
Blood
16
Diamond was
Marshals.
great.
You're just
Yeah,
naming
Not
off their movies.
Armor,
Not a single one of those movies got an award.
300,
Is that how we're judging good? Is whether they were awarded?
P.S. I love you.
Ocean's 13.
Oh,
Harry
Warner
Potter.
Brothers did that.
Wait, did we just come up with a movie that Brian agrees with?
Okay, so they made one movie in 50 years that was worth it. So,
I Am Legend.
all right.
Not to Brian, you're not.
Oh wait, that was a Will
You're
Smith
just,
movie.
you're just regular guy.
No,
License to Wed.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Ugh.
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Started on
Yes,
Clone
man.
Wars.
Knights
Brian
in
told
Dark
me
Knight.
in confidence
Body of Lies.
that his favorite movies
Slumdog
are
Millionaire.
the Star Wars trilogy.
Slumdog Millionaire.
With
Academy Award for Best
Yeah,
Picture.
my favorite Star Wars movie is the one where.
Hayden Christensen. Yeah.
Is there a Star Wars movie where? Oh, what's that?
As soon as he said that sand line, you empathized greatly, and then just they became your favorite.
What's that tall creature that Misa
Groot.
whatever?
Jar Jar.
Jar
Binks.
Jar?
Is there a Star Wars movie where Jar Jar is killed?
Oh my god.
No.
Because that would be my
Survives,
favorite.
becomes
Hmm.
He gets frozen in carbonite.
Oh, that would be great. I'd love to see that.
Would you?
I would.
Something I would
I
love
would-
to
I-
see is Dig come back to life, because that's apparently what's going to happen. Is if y'all remember Dig from about
Dig
the
Dug?
same time frame.
The game?
No, the
I love Dig
website.
Dug.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me we were gonna get to play the classic LucasArts click and point adventure game, The Dig.
Nope. How about Dig with 2 G's? Is apparently getting a new
that's how
revival
you get me.
and is going to have an injection of AI. Apparently, 'Cause Who
good.
doesn't love AI?
I love AI.
I love
think
AI.
AI is doing great. Thanks, AI.
Thumbs up for AI.
But yeah, if you didn't know, so the original owner of Dig bought Dig back and is like, I'm gonna make Dig a thing again after it totally
Right.
tanked.
For those of us who let's pretend like the people who are listening don't know what Dig is. What is Dig for everyone who's
Dig was Reddit before Reddit.
Yeah, there was a Dig exodus back when we were in college.
Yep.
Everybody moved from Dig to Reddit. Oh,
So
I
they
didn't
wanna
even
bring
think about
Dig
going
back?
back to Dig. Why didn't I think about that? That was just never
Why-
on the table.
why are they bringing it back and why do we care?
Because I don't know.
Because AI. I don't know.
AI.
Got it. AI is a
Apparently they're
Dig?
gonna use
More like
AI
Doug.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
It's perfect.
So apparently the plan is to use Dig to surface articles, or use AI to surface articles on Dig, as opposed to people, I guess. So
Interesting.
yeah, I'm gonna give it a thumbs down. Mainly because
I think
they're-
AI is
they're
going to do a
shoving
great
AI
job at
into it.
this. So thumbs up. Good on them, and good on AI for all the good that it's doing for all of us.
I agree.
out
All
here.
good. Sounds great. It sounds great. I mean, it sounds like a really smart play. Almost as smart as the human calculator kid from India,
Whoa.
who apparently shattered 6 world records in one day.
What do you
So-
do?
What
so
were
here's
the
what
world
he specifically
records?
did. He
Eat hot
took-
dogs?
He mentally added 100 4-digit numbers in 30.9 seconds.
Who can't do that?
He
Give me a
mentally
calculator.
added 200 4-digit numbers in 1 minute and 9.68 seconds.
I could do that on Excel.
He added 55-digit numbers in 18.7 seconds.
I can't do that.
He mentally divided a 20-digit number by a 10-digit number 10 times in
my
5
God.
minutes and 42 seconds.
Wait a second. I see
He
something
then
here.
mentally multiplied 2 5-digit numbers 10 times in 51.69 seconds.
You guys see
And
that?
mentally
You guys see what I'm
multiplied 2
seeing?
8-digit numbers 10 times by 2 minutes and 35.4 seconds.
All right, but does he have any
Remember this?
friends?
No.
Do you see? Do you guys see what I'm seeing?
No,
Do you
what?
see this?
No.
A little bit closer.
Closer. He's blind?
No. You see these glasses?
Oh, they're AI
They
glasses.
have
aren't they?
cameras and they're AI glasses. And
AI
he has a
glasses.
little earpiece
Go
right
AI.
here. And it's just feeding him the answers. He's just watching the clock.
Maybe.
That's perfect.
Maybe.
Apparently-
Definitely.
Apparently, in doing this as fast as he did, it's apparently you would have to do addition every half a second
That's
to be
crazy.
able to hit the.
Good for
speed
him
that
for
he was
being
doing.
smarter than everyone else on the planet.
I don't know if he's smarter than everybody else. He just can do math in his head faster than anybody else.
Why can't we all need one of the like you think he needs Excel? He doesn't really need that, right? Like
This was one of the comments.
neat. Why?
That's how I feel about it too.
I mean, he's just like one of those people that you like. You're doing something. You're like, oh yeah, hey, tell me what this by this is, and he's just like instantly, boom, here it is.
I'll bet though he can't count back change. He probably has to let the computer tell him to give you $2.38, and then take it out of the trays and just hand it to you and say, "Here,
There you go.
here's your change.
Well,
Count
maybe
it
that's
back
what
to
he's
me,
gonna be
smarty
doing.
pants."
I think he is. So I think he's 13 years old. So there you go.
Let's see if he's still got it in him when he's 20.
We'll see if
See
he
if he
still
gets
has it
any
in him when he
faster.
has dementia.
When he's broken by
Oh
society.
my god. He says he practices doing math 5 or 6 hours a day.
Holy shit.
No friends at all. That's so sad.
Nah. This dude's
Well,
legit.
he's-
Why would you say that, Brian? That's not nice. You don't know.
What do you think?
Maybe he's got friends.
Says he
Butt
plays
plug?
video games.
Yeah, we don't
Maybe-
carry it.
Maybe he's maybe he's friends with AI. That would be
We're
amazing.
gonna have this kid's on. We're gonna have him on.
AI.
I bet he's got more friends than Brian does.
He probably lives
true, I
with y'all.
don't have any friends.
I don't know why we're all laughing at that. That's sad.
well,
I give a thumbs up to this guy having friends.
Just rubbing his face.
I hope you have as many friends as you desire. That's what I hope. If it's 0, great.
I don't have any friends. I don't have any friends.
But
I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I'm just rubbing my eyes.
It's just so lonely.
Well, if you were lonely and you wanted to entertain yourself, you can apparently now turn your smartphone into a playable wind instrument with a USB mouthpiece.
Why would you do that when there are like a million other ways that you can entertain yourself with your smartphone while you're lonely?
Well,
I have
let's
no
see here.
idea.
That's
Because
nice. I like
this guy
this.
also
This is
has
neat.
no friends.
Nah, this is the guy that was like, I hate those mini breathalyzers, and
He's-
I'm gonna make it do something nice instead.
He's not playing a wind instrument. He's digivaping. That's what he's doing.
He's digivaping.
Baby.
By what the notes impart the flavor. B flat.
Yeah, I guess I'm not 100%
I
sure
love a good
why
C
I would
sharp.
want this and not just like buy it of the thing itself.
I think
Because
it would be
this
better.
is-
Okay.
Go ahead.
No. I was about ready to give my pitch away, so I'm not going to do that.
This
Oh, okay.
isn't any fucking crazier than a goddamn theremin.
No,
No,
but it is harder to play.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
probably not. It's probably easier.
I'm led to believe that the theremin is extremely difficult to play.
Look at how you have to hold this.
Look at how you don't hold a theremin.
I know. You at least can start to you can feel where your hand is in relationship to this. Like
Are you
try
saying
and
this
hold
guy
your
can't
phone like he's
feel?
doing right now.
Oh, you mean the non-tactile nature of where the keys
I mean,
are?
I would
Oh,
agree.
good.
I mean, that does.
Yeah,
seem
but I
a
don't
little
have a
I guess-
thing to
difficult,
blow while
but-
doing it. Are you eating your phone?
Well, I don't have a mouthpiece now, do I?
Well, if you want one, you can
This
order
is
one.
first-
They apparently
day on
are
the job.
$45. So, or maybe $24 if you pre-order it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I wonder, do you actually have to blow into it? Like, I'm trying to
Yep.
figure out, like, is
Oh
this
my god.
what's the benefit? Why don't I just have a thing that just like allows me to key in wind instrument sounds on my
Because
phone?
then you don't get to
Well,
blow.
like I showed you just now, because if you do this, the phone wiggles.
It's all
but-
just a trick. I'm telling you, you thought I was joking. This is the new breathalyzer test for the police units, and this is made to catch all those crafty band geeks. And you're just like, hey, play this tune on this phone. And they're like, I got you, fam. And then they play it. And they're like, you were driving drunk. Straight to jail. God, I just gave the
Uh,
pitch.
There you go. Too bad. Well, yeah, I'm actually gonna give it a thumbs up for coming up with a useless device.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up for whatever that is.
The more useless, the more thumbs.
Well, with that, we're gonna move on to our billionaire pitches for the week,
Oh, thank
and
God.
I already know there's a couple of them. So what do you got out there, Silas?
I said something interesting earlier. Let me go look at the topics again.
I got mine. I think you should have a plug-in that you could plug into your phone. That's a harmonica, and it's how you get into your phone. It's a security device. So you got to play like a harmonica solo for it to open your phone. I think that would be really cool.
I love this idea. I see no
So
problem.
every time you want to unlock it, you just pull it out.
You got to plug the harmonica in, and then bum, bum,
Very
ba-da-da, or
Was
you
it
know,
like the beginning, like
My God,
when
I
he's,
need an
like
entire
opening up the door,
MIDI
like Willy
pack.
Wonka's opening up the door. Rock
You
on
have,
and
to
off.
have, you have to have at least an 8-note code.
Yep, exactly. A musical code to get into your
I
phone,
don't
which
know.
is with a harmonica.
We need an entire MIDI pack of Brian doing the na 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 na. Like, I want all of those so you can play Brian being a harmonica on your fucking keyboard.
All right, all
You really just need one of him going bah, and I feel like that it can take care of the rest.
I can.
Uh.
I'll whip that right up for you.
Yeah, I love how impractical this is, Brian. So 100% thumbs up.
Oh, shoot! It locked again. Just a minute. Get that.
Amazing.
Imagine if you're doing that like in the middle of a meeting. Oh, hold on, let me check my phone real quick.
No.
Everyone has to do it though. Hey, can somebody please find this really quick? Yeah, let me check my email.
These are all such fucking horseshit. Oh no, my Coinbase password has expired. No, it hasn't. Fucking
Coinbase password expired. Here we go.
That's my
I
new
have a pitch.
two-factor.
Perfect.
I want to make contact lenses that can read your pupils while you sleep, rather than needing to sleep with
Wherever did you get this idea?
Oh,
one
that's
eye
right.
open.
That's amazing.
This is crazy. You came up with this on your own?
I thought
I
you weren't
did, I
supposed to sleep
guess,
with
earlier.
contacts in.
Very cool.
Well, your eyes will be pried open with tape, but
Oh no. That sounds terrible.
How about contacts that hold your eyelids open?
already saw
that's
that.
even better.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
Ouch.
yeah.
That does not sound like fun.
I always, when you see eyes being held open, it always makes me think of Clockwork Orange. I don't like.
Oh,
the
yeah.
image of that.
Never seen that movie. Isn't that a
Alright.
Kubrick?
It is.
Yeah, it's
it's kind of
disturbing.
it has a great meet cute in it. It's one of the best romantic
I
comedies.
feel like you're
think.
fucking
Romantic
lying.
comedies. There's no romance in that movie at all.
Is that movie
No.
a fucking mindfuck?
Yes. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
Is it based off
It's
a book?
not good. It's not.
I
good
think
at
it is
all.
based off of a book.
A book that should be.
God, did Kubrick have
Banned.
anything original?
2001: A Space Odyssey.
That's true. The book came second. You're right.
because he met the
He
author
stole
while
the
the
book
author was
first.
writing it, and then convinced the author that it would be better for his book sales if the movie came
I'm
out
counting
first.
that as still not his idea.
Yeah.
What else
me
did
too.
Kubrick do?
Nothing.
The Shining.
Oh
not his
yeah.
idea.
Oh wow, yeah. Gee, who wrote that?
He did.
Stephen Hawking.
It was Stephen Hawking. Oh man.
Paths of Glory. I think he also did Paths of Glory.
And Gilligan's Island. He did that as well.
Chariots of Fire with Vangelis. Vangelis.
Yeah, Paths of Glory,
Vangelis.
directed Stephen Kubrick, written Stanley Kubrick, Calder Willingham, and Jim Thompson. So he was one of the writers, but I feel like he writes on most of the movies that he worked on. Because
I couldn't have told you any movies that were his, except
I mean, I'm just
for the
looking
two
at
that I
his
said.
films, and it's like based on.
I mean, it's fine. He made really
Eyes
good
Wide
adaptations.
Shut, Full Metal Jacket, The Shining, Barry Lyndon, Clockwork Orange, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
That was a Kubrick?
Mhm.
I
Yep.
forgot that. That's old, isn't it? Or was it
Yeah.
shot to look old?
64.
Okay.
Ah, Slim Pickens was in it.
Yeah, he rides the bomb.
Well,
the only reason
my
I know
pitch
that
is
is because I've seen this. I've seen like the clip of the scene, but more so, it's in Armageddon when he gets space madness and is like riding the nuke. I also really like when he's like, "No nukes, no nukes." God, I love that guy whose name
What's
I
your
can
pitch,
never
Blaine?
fucking remember. You brought a
my
gun
pitch is
to
I want
space?
somebody to come up with a moon detecting telescope.
Oh yeah,
Just
This
to
makes
incite
sense.
the moon wars between.
Yeah,
all
I bet they don't
countries.
have these. How did we find those 100 plus?
I like
extra?
that.
in
But
one
this is
day.
all this one. This all the telescope does. Like they're just not gonna ever stop. Like
Oh,
the current one stopped. This one, it's just.
you
gonna
think
keep
the
going
reason we're not finding more
forever and ever.
Saturn moons is because somebody's like, "Well, gotta look somewhere else now."
Yep.
That's probably actually true. That their time with the telescope was up.
They're like, yep, you're up.
Our audience loved it.
I don't think it should be allowed to be called the moon unless it's basically
Ours.
round.
The moon.
Unless it's the moon.
I don't believe it should be allowed to be called the moon unless it's the moon.
I think that all the rest of them should just be
A moon.
orbital satellites.
Yeah.
Rocky
Or-
orbital satellites.
I like
Or
I like
junk
that.
rocks.
I like a telescope that's
Junk
looking for
rocks.
moons.
This fucking hunky
Garbage
Does it
shows.
just random? So Blaine, does it randomly search the cosmos for moons?
I can't
Yes.
get over the term
I like
garbage scow. And just how much of a slight it is. Like, can you imagine? You're this little fucking Klingon kid, and like, can you like past your fucking history can't even believe that they would ever go to space, and you're goddamn captain of this refuse hauler, and everybody just keeps making fun of you for being captain of the garbage scow and how shitty that is. But you're like, I'm in space and I'm a captain, and that's cool as shit.
But you know what? You know what the problem is with that whole thing is that they reuse everything. They resequence atoms and make stuff out of it.
Why is that a problem?
Well,
So
how
why
do
do
they
they
even
need a
have
garbage
garbage?
scow?
Why do you have?
How do they
That's
even
a
have
good
garbage?
point.
Yeah.
But what I
Yeah.
want to know is it worse to be the captain of a garbage scow or
Hmm.
to be Miles O'Brien, the the transporter officer, whose wife is getting like felt up by fucking Riker when he's on the job?
Everyone's wife got felt up by Riker.
Including Riker.
Well, with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this council meeting adjourned.
Please do.
We thank you all for listening as we do record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. If you liked what you saw and want to check out all past episodes of the CouncilCast, you can go to councilcast.org. You can also find
Can
the
I?
audio files on iTunes, nope, or your favorite podcatcher. If you have a topic you would like the council's decision on, you can email us at idon'tcare@councilcast.org.
You're right. Website expired.
Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Hell yeah. Can we register councilcast.sex?
Sure.
Probably
Go for
costs a lot.
It probably does. Ooh, how much would councilcast.sucks cost us?
Like 50 or $100 or something like that.
That's it?
I bet it's
think
more
so.
than that.